When I started to go through Dario Argento's films, I found myself more akin to the Giallo films than more of his supernatural ones. And there was two films for me that were always my favourite Argento films. I love Deep Red, and I absolutely adore Four Flies on Grey Velvet. In fact, it's hard for me to pick which is my favourite of the Argento films. I think Deep Red maybe gets it, but watching Four Flies on Grey Velvet again just made me realise how fantastic a movie we have here. We open up with our drummer Roberto as he's just drumming away, a fly's annoying him, he's trying to get out of his way, which is going to be fun because he's going to be annoyed all the way through this film by someone who is teasing Roberto, who's setting him up. There's a man following him. Roberto follows him into an abandoned theatre. There's a struggle, a knife is brought out and the man finds himself dead. Roberto finds himself holding a bloody dagger, standing over him when he hears the click of someone taking pictures. Someone in the gantry has been watching him and has pictures of him killing this man. And from then on, there is a high tension stake of Roberto chewed up inside for murdering someone, not exactly sure what's going on, being teased by images of this event and finding people that are close to him are dying. It's a wonderful setup, and there's a certain flair to the deaths in this one that I really kind of like. They're not quick and aggressive and in your face. They're almost artistically done, where you see a glimpse of someone, you see a mark on someone's head, you see them falling down the stairs in a strange kind of fashion that emulates Hitchcock in certain moments as well, and it just feels really well staged. It's got a great script. It's directed perfectly, and it's just wonderful. I can't fault Four Flies in Grey Velvet. It gives me a main character whom I really kind of understand. I know where he is with his career. I know where he is in his relationships. I understand how this has huge ramifications to his life. And as pieces of this puzzle are unveiled throughout the film, I'm entranced with what's happening. I hope he's going to get out of this situation. I am in awe of the killer and their plan to torment this man as much as they possibly can.
I could kill you now, but I won't. I'll wait. Who's going to help you?
The guessing game that giallos have can be hit and miss. Sometimes the machinations of the killer can really hit home. Sometimes they don't. I find in this one it's a really solid base when you find out who the killer is, or even if you watch this and you know it makes sense. You can piece things together that weren't initially prevalent in the first viewing or you didn't take notice of there. There is all this kind of thoughts running through it, particularly of beheadings, which are rather interestingly shot. Every time we get more of that information, we see more of this ritualistic beheading happening, and it just leads our character to, well, the fact that he's losing his head as he is becoming more panicked throughout the film and struggling to deal with what's going on, and something that happens right in the final moments of this film. I also love the title of this one. It's one of those kooky, wacky titles that giallo movies have. Four Flies on Grey Velvet. But watching the movie, it makes perfect sense, and I really appreciate that. I feel out of all the Dario Argento movies, Four Flies on Grey Velvet is the most undersung, the most underappreciated out of them, often forgotten, dare I say, and that is a huge mistake. If you're a Giallo fan, or if you're dipping your toe into it and you're looking for some great movies, Four Flies on Grey Velvet is an essential, if you ask me. I love it. I think it's fantastic, and it is up there at the top 1 or 2 of my Argento list. This 4K from Severin Films is phenomenal. It's a 4-disc edition as well, and I kind of like the fact that they number this by having flies on it. The first disc has 1, the last one has 4 flies, and it just, the care and effort put into this is wonderful. And as a fan of the film, I really appreciate that. But seriously, one of the best 4Ks I have seen. I would love to know your thoughts on Four Flies on Grey Velvet. Let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, find it average, and where do you think it lands in Argento's filmography? Up the top, in the middle, down the bottom? Let me know in the comment box below. As always, there is more content up here where you can see more of my stuff. In the description box are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.